Hey guys, I would like to first start this speech by painting a picture in your mind. You haven't eaten in 3 days. You haven't had water in several hours. It's 100 degrees outside, and you have no shelter. You are sick with more than one kind of disease, and there is no one around to take care of you because everyone in your family has died. Just imagine having to go through something like this at the ages from 5 to 10 years old. It's sad but true that there are millions of kids that experience this on a daily basis until they eventually die from hunger or disease. Now imagine how grateful you would be if someone from across the world said, "Hey, I don't know you, but I love you and I care about you, so I'm going to send you money every month to make sure that all of your needs are met." According to an organization called Lift the Children, there are over 48.3 million orphans in Africa. And of that 48.3 million, 19,000 are dying every single day. So today I'm here to talk to you about how you and I could potentially change those numbers by becoming a child sponsor. I myself am a sponsor to a beautiful 10-year-old girl named Salome Ajibo. Salome is actually from a village called Nyanyata, and that is in Uganda. And this is a picture of Salome. And to the side it just tells, the country she's from, which is Uganda, her birthday, what grade she's in, which is 4th grade. And on the back it just tells a little about Salome's village, and I'm going to read that to you. Nyanyata is found in the northeastern part of Uganda, approximately 420 kilometers from Kampala, the capital city. Over the last 50 years, this region has gone through tremendous turmoil, suffering, and massive destruction by neighboring communities as well as the Lord's Resistance Army. This grave disruption left thousands of people displaced and has contributed to the spread of disease such as HIV and AIDS. The result of these events has led to an increase in the number of orphan children desperately in need of care. So with all of that being said, I would like for you to know that this is a topic close to my heart, and I'm very excited to share with you all today. The organization that I sponsor Salome through is called Children's Hope Chest. So now, the question, why should you sponsor a child through Children's Hope Chest? Well, it's plain and simple. By sponsoring a child, you can save their life, grow as an individual, and is very affordable for college students. What it means to save a child's life. Have any of you ever had a comic superhero you looked up to when you were growing up, like Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman? Yeah. Well, when you become a child sponsor, this is how they begin to view you, a real-life superhero to them. According to Children's Hope Chest, Uganda, which is the country Nyanyata is located in, has one of the worst economies in the world. The government is struggling just to stay afloat, much less take care of the orphans that are there. The average age people live to in Uganda is 15 years old. Take a minute to let that sink in. So if we were to move to Uganda right now, we would all be considered old there. Most of these children are dying from malnutrition and lack of medical attention. The good news is, by sponsoring a child, you are able to give them food, water, shelter, medical attention, and education. And Children's Hope Chest is also a Christian organization, so they will be receiving a spiritual education as well. Essentially, you have the opportunity to save their life in more ways than one. The opportunity to become a child superhero. Alright, now that we have discussed a little bit about what it can do for you, or what it can do for your child, let's talk a little bit about what it can do for you. Once you begin to sponsor a child, you gain a sense of responsibility. You realize you can't keep calling into work sick anymore, because the life of your child may very well depend on the paycheck that you receive, and you made a commitment to that child that you were going to take care of them. You begin to realize how blessed you truly are, and you stop taking things for granted as much, because you've seen all the horrible things that your child has had to go through, so that 8 a.m. class doesn't look as horrible as it once did. The compassion and the relationship you have with your child is like no other. With Children's Hope Chest, you are able to send letters back and forth to one another every month. And the little children also, if they can't write, they'll color you a picture. They'll I've actually seen my friends pictures with their little kids. They'll draw a picture of what they think their sponsor looks like, and they'll draw a picture of them holding hands. It was really cool. And with Children's Hope Chest, they update you every month on how your child is doing in school and just how they are improving in life in general. For me, this has just been the most rewarding part of it because of the connection that I have with my child. It makes everything worthwhile, and it's truly the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. With Children's Hope Chest, you're also able to go visit your child if you have the funds to. So I'm actually in the process of saving my money because I'm planning on taking a mission trip to Uganda in 2 years, and there I will get to see Salome. So, if you thought this was only for your child's benefit, you were very wrong, because I promise you, you will gain more from this than you ever could have imagined. So now, the big question you all are probably asking in your mind right now: how much is this going to cost me? Well, with the Children's Hope Chest, it costs $34 a month. And some of you are probably like, yeah, that's a lot of money for a college student. When in reality, it's really not that much money. Alright, quick question. How many of you eat fast food at least 4 or 5 times a month? Okay, yeah, of course you do. We're college students. Some of us probably eat more than that a month. But the point I want to make with that is that we spend at least $34 a month, if not more than that, on fast food, and that is equivalent to what it takes to sponsor a child across the world. I believe that if I can do this, anyone can do this, because I have a part-time job and I pay for all of my bills on my own, and somehow I find a way to manage it. However, if you truly feel like you cannot afford this by yourself every month, the great thing about it is you're able to get together with a friend or a group and split the cost and sponsor the child together. And that is perfectly okay, because that is how I started out with a friend until I was comfortable enough that I thought I could do it by myself. If we personally do not take this as a responsibility, then who will? $34 is equal to 5 fast food meals. So ask yourself, are those 5 fast food meals more important than a child's life? It is my hope today that we all answered no to that question, and that we may feel convicted to make this a priority in our life. We are sponsoring these children. We are saving their lives, growing as individuals, and all at an affordable cost. So the challenge has been given. Will you save a child's life today, or will you buy a Big Mac instead? Thank you.